2014, and they played Out of This World. It's a map they feel really comfortable on. They've just come off of the last weekend and winning another Cash Cup, so they've got to be feeling pretty good. Obviously, top in the group, momentum is well and truly on their side, but can Big EQUIPA play spoiler? As you mentioned, potential for a three-way tie on the line. We start with the 51 floors of Vertigo. Let's jump straight into the action.
Straight into the action, and it's all going to happen first and foremost on Vertigo. Not my favorite map in the pool, but it's always very, very interesting to watch. I feel every time we watch Vertigo, I'm just looking for something fresh, something fly, some new stuff to be pulled out of someone's strat book. And this round just look to be that. Just yet, though.
A lot of utility. Take a look at the tool belts of Big EQUIPA. Double nades, smokes. Ida's made a lot of headway up towards the ramp. Kiara's just tucked in, waiting to play off any audio. Potentially, first contact can be taken by the player of ASTRA over towards site. No nades actually dumped in, and the flashbang, Kiara's going to reveal her position. No kills yet, and the bomb actually making its way up towards B.
Yeah, I think this was it. What a beautiful little fake there. And it was so brilliant. But Naomi, oh my lord. 2 quick headshots there with the USD and pauliiee. And this retake is going all the way for NIP.
Yeah, absolutely huge round coming in. You're right. The fake did its job. It was the nades thrown in, the heavy commitment of utility over towards A to anchor both ASTRA and Kiara in towards that bomb site. Then as soon as that contact is felt, as soon as ASTRA throws a flashbang in response, Big EQUIPA burst up towards the ramp. They do a really good job at not only getting the entry, but trying to take space beyond the bomb site. That's what you need in an after-plant scenario. But Naomi, these sharp, clinical headshots right here, bring the round back right in the favor of NIP, and from there, it's a very simple retake.
Yeah, you would have thought it could have gone differently if the 7 sure. On the lurk there was able to get the frag. But Naomi just too strong, too clinical, too precise. Still, they're gonna force up, of course. Big EQUIPA did get the plant, so that was expected. 7 is gonna make a little bit of noise here towards A. Again, once again, it's that B hit who is coming in hot. Jenny with a headshot onto Yanko. Are they gonna be able to take down pauliiee here? Only an MP9 in her hands, and now the Galil of Ida secures another frag, and that's the bomb plant, Brandon.
Yeah, much better. Out of Big EQUIPA, straight direct up towards B. It's a similar shade towards the pistol. D7 now on this mid lurk, trying to restrict rifles, but NIP want no further part in the round, want to hold on to those premium weapons. Double FAMAS and M4, you can bring that over. You know that you're going to be forced buying into this anyway, because you have just lost this round. So you might as well make sure you've got a little bit of oomph to go with it.
I like that description of it. Yeah, a little bit of oomph. You can never go wrong with a little bit of oomph. The only thing that can beat a little bit of oomph is a lot of oomph.
Oh, that's dangerous. Jenny could have maybe taken away a weapon, but not to be. So, all right, what do NIP decide to invest in behind these rifles? That's now the next question. pauliiee could potentially get an MP9. Jenkin, you imagine, just gets 5/7 armor with a flashbang, something like that. No, okay, gets dropped over an SMG. So it's a lot of premium weaponry coming out for NIP. They want to make sure that they come out on top in these force buys. Consecutive rounds in a row, that's going to break the economy of one of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we usually tend to see when these rounds are going a little bit back and forth in the beginning of a game. Someone has to win 2 rounds in a row, and that's going to be the end of the force buys. And then, yes, contact. She takes out Yanko. Gonna get pushed there, pauliiee. At least gets the trade. Now she's under a lot of pressure with D7 just spamming through the smoke. Just barely manages to get away. And ASTRA, oh, she is here to back up her teammate. A lot of HP left on the big keeper players, but Sana do have an AK in hand. are they going to do with this, though? ASTRA just tucked up here towards quad. pauliiee. And maybe perhaps try to bait for them a little bit. No, look, Naomi. Look at Naomi's position, Brandon.
Yeah, really good. Nice little fundamentals from NIP. There's two things that happen there in order to get their success. It's pauliiee not only falling away, but as she does, she drops a HE on the position, feeling a lot of pressure from the spam, and it absolutely chunks down big EQUIPA. And then ASTRA's there on the follow-up. Naomi, as you mentioned, her position not only elevated over towards construction, but she's also holding middle. She can be the first responder in case things get a little bit crazy over towards B. Trade spacing could be very effective for that CT side.
Yeah, certainly. And you saw how she was baiting then, not only for ASTRA, but also for Naomi. Naomi,
yeah,
with a little bit of HP, could just tuck in behind the default. And yeah, good one. Still, of course, forced buy here, big. Not really a forced buy, I would say that they're quite well equipped. Naomi here. Towards ramp. Gonna get put down a little bit of a smoke here, some molotovs. We're gonna try to regain map control here towards A ramp. pauliiee, that's a brilliant position here towards B. Is Jenny gonna be able to clear her out? Yes, she does. Oh, once again, pauliiee. She falls so early towards that B side, and it's just open for business. Split is not gonna be possible here. Josie's been taken out. Look at this. It's all just a ruse, right?
Yeah, there's so much misdirection trying to be thrown in by Big. Ida will find one, but Kiara's there immediately with the Famous, but Z7 was stepping in from gap, but Zana secures all of the kills. And Jenkin, whilst her attention was pulled by Jenny R, it's now going to be locked in. Confirmed that it's this A bomb site. A really difficult retake on the cards if she does want to go for it. A smoke, a kit available, and a Molotov going straight in towards the sandbags. That's going to move D7. Already, one life removed. 1 versus 2. Jenkins got an idea that one player was on the flanks. He's got to be so careful to try and isolate these two fights, but they swing together. And Big EQUIPA respond again. Now you start to question the NIP economy because it is getting weaker and weaker with every investment. Exactly. With the first stage loss bonus, they've got to kind of buy again, don't they?
Yeah, I think they have to. Look at ASTRA. She's only on 1600. Got to go for the Deagle. It's back and forth, all the way up to someone has won 2 rounds in a row. I would say, though, seeing that they had such good control over the B site and the NIP, they didn't go for the fake. I was very dicey seeing these 3 big players come up towards the A site. Then there was a stack from NIP still, but they managed to solve it beautifully.
Big EQUIPA waiting for NIP to make a mistake. They go for the information play, contact out towards A ramp, and Zana just is on cleanup.
They're gonna tuck in here. Not gonna peek from the boost just yet. I have a teammate also towards sandbags. Oh, Jenkin is almost getting bullied over towards B. Jenkin and pauliiee. Oh, but pauliiee, they're not gonna expect her. She's good for 1, but look at that, D7. 2 quick cleanups, and now it's all down to Naomi. She takes out the planter there. Sana is down and out. Also, this was a little bit of a smoke there, so she has a little bit more room to work with. 7, she can't get anything more there, but Jenny with the kill through the smoke. Naomi's taken out. 2 versus 2 now. ASTRA and Jenkin, they don't have the best of weaponry. Nice little bit of a fake plant there, and Jenkin swings out, takes out Jenny. She's gonna be ready for Josie. No! It is the Brazilian player of Big EQUIPA who, in the end, clutches it. But oh lord, that was so close!
Yeah, you got the boost coming in, and the entire point is to try and sell Naomi. And she does really well. If she gets the second kill onto D7, that round could have gone a whole lot differently. But you've got to commend Jenny R. She's been phenomenal all first half long, not only applying the pressure towards B, but in these sort of clutch moments where one kill can really dictate the different outcome of the round, that's where she's been thriving. USPs running down B, that's always going to be a cleanup. Ida, Jenny R, make quick work of it. Big EQUIPA looking strong on the T side of Vertigo.
Oh yeah, that was so. It was over before it even had begun. But that was the final round where they're not going to be able to have a buy, and now we're going to head into it. Now all the shenanigans are over, and we are finally going to have a round where both teams have what they would want to desire from weapons-wise. Except perhaps Sana with her Mach 10. I know she would much rather prefer to be wheeling her up. Once again, wow. Here. Oh.
This util damage is huge from both sides of the server. It's massive. This is really cool to see. Naomi, important fight in towards middle, gets the information on Josie, but just backs up. Doesn't want to overcommit, doesn't want to overstep and be the first domino to fall in the defense.
Yeah, that's it's always a sad time if you're the one who gives up an entry, and especially when it's this tight, when it's this important for both these teams. Yara, she's just gonna be jump spotting, has a smoke in hand. ASTRA now, I think that nade is gonna do so much damage. Keep it up, the utility damage here. Of course, Vertigo is one of those maps that just lends itself to having a lot of utility damage. Oh, Yenko now. Did she spot her? Oh no, certainly she did, but she's gonna be under a lot of pressure. Josie takes her out, and now pauliiee probably be happy just holding this position, but she can't. Sana and Josie are gonna take both out, and that's a good lurk in mid from this 7 and Kiara, who has been flanking this entire time. She surely has no other choice but to save here.
Yeah, really needs to just hold on to this M4. That's a cool round out of Big EQUIPA. NIP, they've been feeling a lot of pressure early over towards the B stairs. So for the last couple of rounds, pauliiee hasn't actually been pushing there. They've been leaving Jenkins solo, but she's been playing a lot more passive, waiting for quick rotates. This time around, though, just gets caught out in transition. So much utility has been dropped, and that's a little bit of a compromise for NIP on the buy for prioritizing the A1Ss. And as a result, she can't have that extra flash. She can't have that smoke to kind of obscure some of Big EQUIPA's vision. I'm really enjoying like the game plan right now for Big EQUIPA because it's so methodical, but also they're throwing in so many different diversions. NIP, the condition's been set that every single time an execute comes in, it could be a fake. So they're always second guessing where to put their pieces, where to reinforce the bomb site. Big EQUIPA are playing this one really nicely.
Yeah, certainly. I agree with that. They've been going for fakes, or at least going for pressuring a lot of different places on the map at the same time. Oh, Jenny once again. How many entries does this player get?
I think about four or five.
Oh, that's a good refrag though. Yenko finds her through the smoke. But this is the problem, right? It's actually A.
Yeah, but you got the pistols up close. So maybe there is a chance. But Naomi overextends. Now you get the double swing in from short, and D7 is just playing this one so passively, waiting for them to line up. Does run out of ammo in the magazine. It isn't ideal. However, the space has been taken by her teammates. Bomb site overruled, corrupted by Big EQUIPA, and suddenly it's just these pistols in play. They know exactly where they are based on D7's current positioning. It should just be a cleanup. Nice shot from pauliiee. Has she got any more? Potentially. Trying to find Zana, isolate it, but then Josie steps in from behind. There's always a flank. There's always a lurk coming out of Big.
Yeah, if it's not D7, then it's someone else, and I appreciate that. D7, even though she is sort of a lurk in her team support, you told her, she's the one who is doing so much work early towards that A ramp. And that's not necessarily where you would see a lurker have that kind of role in a team. It's probably much more reasonable, or much more common to see them lurk towards mid, try to make something happen towards there. Astra now on her up. Gonna be looking here behind the tall big box down there to see if she can maybe spot a little bit of a pixel. A player, but nothing so far.
That's wild, actually. I think this is the first time we've seen an AWP for both teams, and it's round 9. Like, that's how back and forth this has been. That's how much the economy has been stretched for both teams. Nice double nades. Jenkin just watches them sail by her to the right-hand side. Could deploy a smoke in a second, because she is feeling a little bit of pressure. Now can use it as a little bit of a one-way, but Jenny R again finds pauliiee, and she's really close to this fight. Jenkin gets deleted.
Oh, it's so much back and forth. And Josie with that, she's lurking in from mid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, catching up the rotation, and then in the end, Astra thinks she is just safe, but no, D7, of course. Sneaking her way all the way up from A ramp. Gonna catch her in the back. Tactical timeout here from NIP. I wouldn't question it. I think it's a correct time to take a timeout. The game has still not gotten completely off. It's not been taken completely away from them.
Yeah.
But it's still quite a deficit, quite a battle here for them. They're down 5 rounds, 2-7. Look at their money. Are they going to invest in this? Try to go for something cheeky? What do you reckon, Brandon?
I'd like to see just maybe a couple of pistols here and there. I think the prioritization of the AWP for Astra is quite key here. Yeah, so it's just going to be a half buy. We've got some score updates as well. 9 Pandas versus VP Angels. VP Angels are winning 7 rounds to 2. So same score line here, just different teams. Nigma Galaxy taking on Astralis. They're winning 7-3. And Guild versus G2. Oh, yeah, that one's just kicked off. That one's 2 rounds to Guild, 3 to G2. And there's a trade in middle. Astra will find Josie, but it comes at the cost of pauliiee.
Yeah, but look at this boost now, Kiara. She's surely D7. She's checking for it. Oh, but she can't. She barely connects. Gets her out, takes her out in the end, but no, surely Aida. She's just gonna go up and spray them down. No, Astra.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's just back and forth, and it's all now down to Janko versus Sana. Sana with that up. Gonna try to go for the plant. Doesn't fake it. Janko. She doesn't have anything. Is this a P250 or a P2K 1000? Whatever it is, it's a pistol. And
look at that timing.
I think they just missed each other. Yankon has the right idea here. Oh, but what is happening? Oh, she does it! Does she have her knife up to try to get around the corner a little bit faster? Did you spot that detail?
Yeah. I think basically she looked back, but it was like kind of a half check, and then she kind of saw it, missed the shot, wants to pull the knife out to accelerate round the corner, but then thinks, actually, it's better to commit to the fight. But that's that slight indecision that costs her and allows Jenkin back in. That is such an important round in this first half, because that builds a foundation for NIP. Because they didn't invest too much in, it's this round completely stolen away by the Ninjas, and it means that they can buy even if they lose this round. So now they've got all the investments, they've scavenged off the bodies of Big. Big have got plenty of money, so we're going to have a couple of gun rounds. And yeah, there's that knife pull, as you mentioned.
Yeah, it's such a high-pressure situation, and of course, when you are in this situation where you have to kind of get some information, you don't want to get flanked, you have to check behind. It's so easy to get caught off guard.
That's good reset for both teams. Big EQUIPA want to look to exploit control in towards middle. Remember, they've had a lot of lurking pieces here towards the middle and end portions of rounds. This time they want to try and take it early. Astra holding for the boost. Could be securing it, but no, Josie swings. Does find the opener, and now that's going to be the go signal. Big EQUIPA straight over the top of construction. Want to try and shut down B. There are still 2 players here, though. pauliiee gets caught off guard, but are you ready? Yes, you are for Jenkin. D7 finds her, and suddenly, that's basically the round done and dusted.
Done and dusted. Only Naomi left, surely. She's gonna have to try to save this. Perhaps if she can find this up in mid. It's going to be a little bit better. Swings out. Tags up Sana. Oh, and it's so unfortunate. Exactly as she is swapping out her weapon. But that's, of course, when the CT is going to swing on her. A big EQUIPA. I just feel like they are abusing the B side here.
Yeah, they are. They're targeting Jenkin and pauliiee a lot. They're also throwing in variations. Now early rounding towards middle, which keeps the attention over towards, well, that portion of the map. Astra has to delegate her warp. You can't have a third rotator over towards B because they're so preoccupied.
Exactly.
And as a result, now you've got, again, another half buy because not everyone can fully invest on the Ninjas side. And this did bring them and yield them a little bit of success a couple of rounds ago. But to do it back-to-back, that would be something truly commendable.
Oh, truly. And perhaps this is the way to go. Kiara, with the help of ASTRA, finds one. And now Jenkin, a little bit of a off angle there. There'll be a lot of fighting here. Finally, pauliiee and ASTRA, they're all chiming in there. It's just Sana left. Up in hand. Is she gonna be able to do anything here? Surely she must know Jenkin is super close. Oh, and this is just brilliant team play by NIP.
Oh, it's absolutely huge. Where there's one, there's two. It's mitosis on the B side of the map for NIP. Just completely overwhelm Big EQUIPA towards the stairs, scavenge the weapons, and then reset. I think it was Josie in towards middle. She could have undone everything, but it was a little bit of a labored spray. And as a result, it lets Astra rotate in from A, go over the top of construction, catch her out on a lurk of her own. Now taking a pause, Toyo on the mic. Newest addition as well to the NIP rankings in the coach role, can just say, look, let's calm down a bit. We're winning all these rounds scrappily. Let's do it on the gun rounds as well. This half, it's still salvageable. 8-7, given the landscape, given that this was 7 rounds to 2 in favor of Big EQUIPA, that looks quite promising for NIP. That should be the objective in mind.
Yeah, it certainly should be. But let's see here. I think Josie has been doing such an amazing job towards mid, finding the perfect timings every time. And now pauliiee, Jenny R, she is so low HP. And finally, they can hold that B one side on lockdown. But does it really matter? As Kiara has been taken out towards A. Ada. Oh, she can't connect with the shots here. But neither can ASTRA. Oh, but Naomi, though, from heaven. She wants to have her say.
Oh. Tell you what, though. It is a 3-on-3, but look at the HP bars. There's a sliver between all of them from Big EQUIPA. Bomb will go down. Never mind, it won't. pauliiee through the smoke denies Josie. And this is where it can get quite difficult. Jenny R will lock it in over at default.
3-on-2. As you said, that their HP bars was not the same. I was just like, which HP bars?
Exactly.
Big EQUIPA, they don't really have much to work with here, but they did get the bomb planted. Oh, surely, yes. ASTRA takes that Ira as well in the end there through the smoke. She tries to jump away into oblivion or into the shadows. Didn't work too.
Yeah, tries her best, tries to be a ninja herself, but doesn't quite work out. NIP have got to be a little bit careful in the opening stages of the next couple of rounds, because where they push B, force Jenny R back, at the same time, they're getting aggressive towards A. And that provides the opportunity, because Big EQUIPA, the reason why they accelerate there instantly is because of how far and how long those rotations are back in for Big EQUIPA, sorry, for NIP on the B stairs. Utility this time does bail them out. pauliiee, should have been a kill dead to rights. Yeah. I don't know how Jenny R keeps doing this, but it's phenomenal to watch. Another one. Jenkin hits the deck.
And look at the immediate response here from Big EQUIPA. They know their rotations has to come in. They just evacuate the premises. Gonna be taking their sweet time here, just resetting, waiting for some aggression. I do love this position by Josie. She's gonna let it go. Naomi was never going to push that deep anyway, but it's Kiara who thinks she's going to try her luck towards that short position. And nice trade at least from Naomi. It's Ada. But surely this has to be another round on the board for Big EQUIPA. Once again, we have a bit of a lurk here, and that's a call from Jenny. Come B, guys, it's open for business. How much space is she going to be? Her team. Nice little flash there. I don't even know if I'm nippy, if I want to go for it. Naomi has 25 HP. No HP. 0 HP. And Astra is left all alone with an op in hand. And now surely she has to be terrified for that flank.
Yeah, it's coming nearly every single round. Why wouldn't you expect it again, right? Get out of there. ASTRA saved the AWP. It means you could drop rifles over. Kiara, Naomi, the twins, a little bit broke heading into the last round of the first half. So,
yeah,
really important. She saves it. This shot.
Eagle peek. It's so dirty, so disgusting.
Shot. But there it again. There it is. Jenny coming in from elevator. It is another flank. Her impact has been phenomenal this entire first half. Completely carving open the B-bomb site, then leaving it for a little bit, walking back over and just securing even more casualties. Been phenomenal. More score updates as well.
Yes.
Nigma Galaxy versus Astralis. 12 rounds Nigma Galaxy have against Astralis is 3. Team Spirit versus Aces. They've got 2 rounds. Aces have 13. And Na'Vi Javelins versus the Shield Maidens. 10 rounds Na'Vi, 5 Shield Maidens. Fast, the Big EQUIPA. Can't even finish my sentence. And they're already in the B-bomb site.
Wow. What a hit here. And Yankon, she has to go huge. Can only take out Jenny R. And let us remind everyone that this is actually the very last round. So now Astra, she cannot save her up. She has to go for this clutch. She is one all alone against 4 big players to make it 3 as she takes out Ida, but still has some utility though. A Molotov, a nade, no smoke for the bomb. Oh, and she's gonna have to make this so quick. Sana takes her out in the end, and it's a 10-4, 10-5 halftime as we head into a quick break.
Single decision, I'm the worst. I'm sorry, wait, you know what I'm like. I almost forgot. No, don't tell me what to do. Yeah, you don't tell me how to think and live and be. No one like you. Thank God, then don't tell me what to do. I'm sorry, I thought I unsubscribed from your junk mail long control me, but you don't own me. So here's an idea. If you are gonna be salty, could you at least bring tequila? Don't, oh, no, don't tell me what to do. Yeah, you don't tell me how to think and live and be. No one like you. Thank God, like God, don't tell me what to live and be. No one like you. Thank God, like God, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. It is the first map of the series. We are on Vertigo, and it is the second half. Brandon, how was that?
Yeah, look, game plan executed to perfection for Big EQUIPA. Kept NIP guessing, and also I feel like in some of those rounds, NIP were suffering a similar fate to the men's team in the RMR, which was sometimes their shots just weren't hitting. And it felt like there was a number of opportunities where NIP definitely could have closed the gap, but Big EQUIPA just take the slight edge. And as a result, the scoreline looks a lot more out of balance than it really should be.
Correct.
With that-
She's gonna be falling back. Chucks a little bit of a flash down there. Oh, they are raining in here, but they're not checking her. She gets 2. It's actually 7 with some amazing headshots. Now all down to Naomi, 1 versus 2. She is able to take out Jenny. Where is Josie? Is quick to flank, and oh, it's so clean, it's so precise.
Yeah, what a huge round from Big EQUIPA. You just think Naomi in those situations all Impact season long, she's been delivering when it matters most in those clutch scenarios. The movement just to get the kill over towards White Box and then stick in the plant, has an understanding roughly of where Josie is because she's just killed her teammate but can't get the bomb down quick enough. Josie wins out the foot race. And as she's in the animation, pulling out her gun, the headshots. I mean, look at this one from D7 in a second. Because she just flicks her as she's jumping off. Ready? Bang.
It's so quick as well. So many trades back and forth, back and forth. I think one of the main issues that I've seen with the women's teams, going back to the discussion we were starting to have, the inability to get the trades.
Yeah.
And I just feel that teams have started to figure it out, which is so positive.
Yeah, I think it also goes hand in hand, and why we're so grateful to have these organizations step in and pick up the rosters as well, because that brings more resources. It brings coaches, it brings analysts, and it gives you a new dimension. And you can see just how much these teams are improving. Ida with the MP9 up close. We'll find Jenkins. She has got support as well.
Yeah.
Decides to fall back, drop in the utility, but that's going to force NIP up A. And Naomi finding Zana makes it a much more inviting prospect.
Josie has a lot of responsibility on her hands here. She's just gonna be hiding in the smoke, and then they are. She is so close. The backup has arrived as Josie is swinging up. This smoke is so strange, but it doesn't matter. Jenny is still able to trade, and now it's all down to pauliiee and ASTRA. Ida, though, and Jenny, they don't have much HP. Smoke on Ida. It's gonna smoke off short. ASTRA now, she has to reposition. Gonna try to play this one out with pauliiee. Oh, she gets 1, thinks the second, and now pauliiee with a beautiful clutch. NIP take the round.
Yeah, huge from pauliiee there. Smoke's dropped in from Big EQUIPA. Not one of them went on the bomb. One went towards the gap. They had a second one, wasn't deployed. And just when you start to think that you've got Josie in the smoke, you've got Jenny R seeing through them, how can this fall out of favor? Well, it's pauliiee taking the initial contact. And as you're talking about it, Hege, the instant trade. Ready? Look at how instantaneous it is. The follow-up trying to be adopted by Ida, but not coming through. pauliiee, that is a phenomenal clutch to keep NIP in the tie.
Yeah, I still remember the first time I watched pauliiee play for NIP. It was on Vertigo. It was in the qualifiers, and she was popping off. I've never seen a player, I've never seen someone go that massive on a map before. And to think that was her debut with the NIP roster as well. It's calmed down a little bit since. Because I promise you, she was single-handedly serving NIP the map win.
Yeah, it was huge. She was delivering on all fronts. Significant impact. One to watch for the future for sure. But she has to go nuclear. As to the rest of her roster, a whole team effort needed for NIP. This one should be a little bit more of a formality because you've just got the pistols. The MAC-10 in a position just to earn some more money. Should be 11-7 here on the main broadcast. Oh, it's a little bit dicey. Nigma Galaxy, they've won already their first map against Astralis, 16-6. You talk about dominance, that goes hand in hand with Nigma Galaxy, and they're proving it here in the last week of the round robin.
Yeah, they are, certainly are. And that was, if I'm not mistaken, on Mirage, which... I'm not sure which map pick, who picked them up, but it
Astralis picked that.
Astralis, right. And over on Team Spirit versus Aces, also Mirage. Aces has just won it 16-2. Complete and utter destruction.
Yeah, that's an absurd result. Based on how good Team Spirit looked last week against NIP. NIP had to really battle back. It was a hard-fought victory against Team Spirit. So for them to be dismantled by the Aces in that dominant of a manner, again, it just goes to show. We highlight it every single week, but I'm going to bring it up again. The level of all of these teams has risen. This is the most competitive ESL Impact season we have had ever. And the fact that Aces are 16-2 in Team Spirit, that is wild.
It's so crazy. I can barely wrap my head around it, to be fair. And this is surely going to be a quick... Oh, this sun is going to rain down from a crane, but it's immediately taken out. How does even ASTRA get that break, Brandon?
I have no idea. But she manages it. It's $600 in the pocket. And again, this should be another round for NIP to claw back in. Suddenly, that round buffer for Bigger Keeper is depleting. Scoreline looking a little bit more healthier for the Ninjas. Next objective in round number 19 is to make sure they don't walk into this stack. That's where it can get quite scary. NIP, it looks like they're just currently hunting for clues. They're just trying to figure out if a bomb site is stacked. Although Jen can drop in that molly, pauliiee with the flashbang, maybe they want to head that way.
Yeah, perhaps. Gonna be a little bit slow here. Janko. She has the responsibility to clear all these angles. Oh, she finds one. They almost line up for her, and it's looking so easy. Two can play that game. Brilliant round there, and ASTRA with MAC-10 is gonna secure the last. Are they ever going to... is it just a T-sided map here? Is that what we are looking at?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Vertigo in general, I think it does depend a lot on team preferences, but where you're really seeing the exploitation over towards middle a lot more, you are seeing T-sided rounds become a lot more complex, and that's why they are starting to come into more favor, I think, ever since player breaks, since the start of the year, because here we go, exploitation of middle. This is really fun. Lead with the MAC-10, lead with the SMG. Now the trade spacing comes into question. Ida on an island needs to try and delegate her angles, and she does it. D7 not overwhelmed by Jenkin, but she is by Naomi. That B bomb site opened, unlocked earlier by ASTRA. And Bigger Keeper need to scramble, go for this retake.
Yeah, Jenny though, she is so quick here. Are they gonna be expecting her? No, she finds Naomi, almost take down Kiara, but Kiara with those 2 headshots. That is unreal, Brandon.
I don't know how she's got the second one. If we've got a replay of it, we need to see it. Because it looked like, you're right, the aggression, the acceleration out of Jenny R was going to catch NIP completely blindsided, but Kiara bails them out of that situation. 11-9. They realize that Big EQUIPA are just going to invest in. They're going to spend all of their money to AWPs to AKs, and NIP are now within 2 rounds of closing the gap.
Yeah, closing the gap. And let's see it here, Ida. And then this 7, of course, brilliant position by her, but she's only good for 1. And this is when I thought that... I thought Jenny was gonna get the second, but you see when she's spraying, her bullets are just a little bit too inaccurate, as she's probably moving a little bit around. Not precise enough. But see what they can do here. Some upgraded pistols, and Sana, she still has the has to be doing a lot. That flash is not good though. That landed under her side of vision, and now,
Oh no.
This is turned out very good in favor.
At the hands of NIP, but they're making it work with very minimal investment. 2 versus 4.
Look at
Spawn's already been gutted out as well by Ida.
Yeah.
This is really tricky. NIP now need to just kind of contact in, maneuver their way through. Jenny R's giving off audio. Yeah. This has to be a freebie.
Yeah, but she's not gonna overextend here, right? She's just gonna be looking for the information. Now she has it. They're gonna pressure her. ASTRA gets taken out, but Marta D7 here. Oh, she is just cleaned out here. They're turning things around. ASTRA and Jenko.
Oh, they don't expect the stairs play.
Yeah.
Ida already here from the spawn, as we mentioned before.
Not yet, but look at the way they are positioning themselves here. They are ready for it.
Oh, you're not ready for that, though. Ida finds Jenkin, and now ASTRA in a really difficult clutch, both coming from the same side, and Zana secures with the AWP. Big EQUIPA, you want to talk about stolen rounds? That one's done off just pistols. That was huge.
Absolutely massive. And it all starts with a flash that's heading a little bit too wide here. See, as he's coming in. Not flashed. Needs to be a tiny bit shorter when the smoke is positioned in such a weird place. Brilliantly done here by ASTRA to get those 2 frags. But then Ida and Sana, they are just phenomenal.
Looking really good for the EQUIPA. Only a couple of steps away from taking their map pick. Good nades thrown in. Josie nearly caught off guard. Zana catches a glimpse of ASTRA, but it's not the kill conversion. Is Josie going to get aggressive here?
Maybe. Maybe not. She's probably very comfortable leaving Sana to her own devices here. As long as this smoke is still there, at least. Over a little bit of an update again of the Javelins. They have secured map 1 victory 16-5 against Copenhagen Flames Shield Maidens.
Damn.
That is on Inferno.
Oh, good flashbang. Oh, but Jenkin caught between 2 angles. D7 is here to help out, and she'll find the opener with just under a minute left on the clock. So much utility now being used. ASTRA's burning alive. More audio given over to Big EQUIPA. And Zana, it looks like she was going to hold firm, but Kiara deals out devastation. Smoke's now going towards A. NIP need to move quick.
Yeah, Jenny, she is just trying to spam the smoke a little bit. Can't find any shots. Good bit of NIP can almost buy up every single remaining round here. Of course, if they are able to get the bomber plant, 'cause depending on that. But,
I think this is a very, very important round.
crucial round. Sana finds the entry onto Naomi. That's a good way to start things off. And the power in mid here, Ada and Jenny are. Catches both Astra and pauliiee. Now, Jenk on the corner. At least Kiara can get one. Oh, this is going to be so difficult. Oh, and the nade. She has to find some crisp, clean headshots. Doesn't connect there, and Ida takes her down. Now, 13 on the round, on the board for being a keeper. Still solid economy, as we were discussing, on the NIP side of things. So they are able to reinvest here. No up on Astra, though. She had the,
I like that.
Yeah, she had the finances to do it, but why do you like it?
Because it not only keeps a little bit more money, it means she can be a little bit more flexible. And where she's been finding impact, it's kind of not really been with the AWP on A ramp. There's never really been a one-on-one engagement with Zana. So you can kind of just leave that for the moment. Ida's taking a lot of space in towards mid, and Jenkins just left the angle.
Yeah.
This timing is absolutely huge. As Ida going A, certainly looks like it from her routine. Now gutting out players, walking in behind. She's got the round in the palm of her hands. 1, 2, and even not the third, because Josie steps in with 2 big headshots. But that's the round over. Bigger keeper moves to 14, surely, unless pauliiee pulls her out a 1 versus 5.
I don't see her getting any sort of... They're not going to give her any chance to get into this. That was a clinical example of I'm gonna push, and then you also push, and we are going to make ourselves a little bit of an NIP sandwich over towards A ramp. Oh, Sana gets tagged down quite low, but literally no reason to peek pauliiee here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Let's try and hold on. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Go on.
9 Pandas Fearless versus VP Angels. That's a 16 to 10 in favor of 9 Pandas Fearless on the newbies.
What? No way. That was 7 rounds to 2 for Angels. What happened?
Nobody knows. Or at least if you're watching one of the community streams, you might know. But still, 16 to 10. Probably VP started on T side, right? That has
I would imagine so.
Yeah, that has to be it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, okay, makes more sense.
It surely does.
Look at this though. If you want to explain like a round to someone, if someone that says to you, hey, like what's Counter-Strike timing? Show them that.
Yeah.
Because that is Jenkins holding ladder, then moving away, and then Ida's like, thank you very much. I will win the round for my team.
Yeah, and then as we think Ida is gonna get the crisp ace in the back or up work A. Josie actually saw and gets the entry, and Ida is just there to clean up. Oh, I love this positioning by Sana. Surely this is gonna be unexpected. Oh, almost gets a double. Oh, look at none other than Ida is cleaning up.
It's just so clean. It's really cool to see Bigger Keeper come out with such a game plan against NIP. They know what's on the line. They need to win this series, and they have executed it to absolute perfection. Ida cleaning up, and suddenly, from a very close situation, Bigger Keeper now stand with 5 map points on their map pick, no less. NIP, they're used to comebacks. They have done it in the past.
Certainly have. Oh, look at this. There's not much to work with for NIP. Only she's left on just a deagle and a dream. I feel that is this round in an eggshell, in a nutshell. Do you say that?
Yeah, we say nutshell. I don't know.
In a nutshell. Look at this, Josie pulls out the nade, has gotten the entry. A nade does so much damage as well. There's almost an entire player taken out there. And it's all a ruse. Do they have a Mollo for the sandbags here? They're flashing a lot, and Sana is just gonna swing out. Takes up pauliiee. Takes up ASTRA.
Kiara's just found all three. D7 secures it with the multi-kill. Big EQUIPA win map 1, 16-10. And how dominant was that? They put NIP to shame. Bearing in mind, NIP so far coming into this best of 3 are undefeated. And big EQUIPA win that dominantly. That's scary.